So in our last video we were looking at the correction procedures, and the last one I didn't get to. The correct amount posted to the incorrect account requires a correcting entry. So let's look at a few examples. If we had a cash purchase of equipment recorded as a cash purchase of supplies, that would mean it's still in the ledger and it's not been posted, or it's still in the journal and it's not been posted to the ledger. So all we would have to do is line out the title supplies in the journal and write the correct title equipment above it. So if we had a journal entry for $470 posted as $47, then we would line out the 47 in the ledger account and write 470 above it, and don't forget to initial. Now in this example, we had a cash payment of $50 for repairs expense, journalized as a debit to rent expense and a credit to cash. So we got to look at how this transaction was originally recorded. Originally, it would have been a decrease or credit to cash and a debit to rent expense. So when we're correcting our entry, the cash part of the equation was right, so we don't have to do anything with the cash part. So we credited repairs expense. So now we got to debit it to zero that balance out. And rent expense was debited, so it's got to be credited to zero that out. Does that make sense? Now in this example, a company that had over $6 million in annual sales discovered that the purchase of a $6.40 book of stamps was debited to advertising expense instead of postage expense. So the original transaction, we would have took $6.40 and debited it to advertising expense, and we would have credited cash. So the cash part of it was right, so we don't do anything with it. But since we originally debited it to advertising expense, then we have to credit advertising expense to zero that balance out. And then we would actually do a debit to postage expense to increase postage expense.